Join thousands of other fans online during the race to fire off your questions, comments, or smack talk. Throughout the race, we'll be trying to grab NASCAR insiders to fill you in on what's really going on. Go to speedtv.com and just look for the chat link. NASCAR on Speed. Be there. Tonight, the live chat is with Tom Jensen, SpeedTV.com NASCAR editor, as well as Tom Gluck from the NASCAR scene. And they are on there right now. It's Jeff Gluck, Jeff Gluck. And they are on there right now, and they are answering any questions and talking with you on that blog.
That's a 16 truck right there, Brian Scott. That is the reason for our first caution flag. Brian has had a pretty eventful week here. Now, we talked a few minutes ago, Mikey, about what happened in practice, but this happened just now. You see him right there. The 11 of TJ Bell is on the outside. The 85 Brett Raymer in the middle comes Brian Scott, and the hole closed up.
There was a big hole when he started into it, and it certainly took two trucks to move around a little bit to get him in the bind. And
He really has. This is practice. Now watch the 40 of Mike Bliss. He gets in the back of Ricky Carmichael, and Brian with nowhere to go. On the outside of Ricky Carmichael makes pretty hard contact. Watch the outside. Jeff is a guy who repaired that truck. And
that hole closed too. He had a perfectly clean hole to go through, and it closed up. So he's had a rough go of it. I don't really understand. That truck pitted and got 4 tires, Phil, but he didn't come back to pit road to get gas.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, and I don't know why he didn't come back in, even when they gave it one to go, and put some fuel in that truck.
Adam Alexander.
And you see Johnny Sauter on track here. He lost a great deal of track position when he pitted at lap 8. The reason the 13 truck came down is he got some debris in the truck, and you can see dragging. That's the broken trailing arm brace. They pulled it out, put it on the pit box. Tough break for Johnny Sauter as far as track position is concerned. They did fuel the truck and send him on his way. Ray?
Terry Cook in the number 25 truck has moved up a position, but he said on the radio moments ago that someone in those front 4 trucks ahead of him is leaking oil. So that could be a very interesting situation. We'll listen to that radio and keep you updated. But he can't identify which truck it is, but he said little bits of oil coming back on his windshield and is coming from ahead of him.
We'll keep our eye on that, keep you up to date. Pace truck back off the racetrack, and now green flag back in the air. We're underway again. Again, Colin Brown just in front of Todd Bodine, but not for long. Todd Bodine goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Now, he moved below the yellow line when he made that pass on Colin Brown.
He definitely went below the yellow line, so it'll be interesting to see. I'm not really sure it was necessary for him to go below the yellow line. He had room, but as he jerked to the left really hard, he went out of bounds.
Yeah, and I think Colin actually went down there to try to hold that spot, so NASCAR will take a look at that. They may tell Todd, hey, you need to give that spot back, but the problem is right now, Colin Brown is stuck out by himself on the outside, and he may be running 15th by the time they get back around here.
He's going to be lucky to be running 15th, Phil. He's still falling back.
Take a look at this restart. Colin Brown just in front of Todd Bodine. Now, Bodine's going to go down. After you go past the start-finish line, you can pass to the left, but you can't go below the yellow line.
Colin definitely made a move towards the inside. Here's Todd's onboard. Watch him now. He gets a great start. You see he's got a little momentum. Colin comes down there to try a little bit of.
It wasn't necessary for Todd to go below the yellow line until Colin pushed him over there. Colin made a big move to the left and did force Todd out of bounds.
Colin went all the way back to the 15th after he was leading the race.
That's what they were on the backstretch. They said he may fall all the way back to 15th.
The 30, they said we passed below the yellow line. Check it out, Mike.
Yeah, I agree. You know, you can't pass below the yellow line. Now it's obvious that Colin Brown shoved him down there.
Accident there, Mike, the way it looked.
You're hearing the radio now. The 30. Todd Bodine's being told, we think we've passed below the yellow line. Sure enough, the black flag is out for Todd Bodine.
And there it is. And they were very, very...
Is it a pass-through or a stop and go?
It's a pass-through.
It's a pass-through, Todd.
Now, he won't get 5 bonus points either for leading this race.
No, I don't think he will be leading this race. I think right now Mike Skinner will be considered the leader and has been the leader probably ever since the first lap after the restart.
Do not slide your tires when you do it.
Good call there. It's a pass-through. You do not want to slide your tires because then you'd have to change them. On the right of your screen, again, the replay.
Our series director, Michael, was very, very adamant that you do not go below the yellow line, the double yellow line, to pass to improve your position.
And so Todd Bodine will slow now as he gets ready to come on to pit road. Adam Alexander.
And he really did not dispute it, at least that I heard on the radio. You guys heard him asking, as I did, is it a pass through or a stop and go? And that's really the only thing we heard from Todd Bodine. The crew is up on the wall. I'm not sure if they'll take advantage of this opportunity with him coming down to do anything, or if they're just watching. No, Todd's not pulling in. He's just going to pay his debt to NASCAR, go back onto the Speedway. And the man who has won the last 3 Speedway races in the Truck Series going to be seriously handicapped here tonight.
But what a great race we have right now. Look at these guys running 2 wide.
How about
all the
3
way
wide?
back. Let's make it 3 wide for a moment.
2 and 3 wide on the outside. That's the 88 of Matt Crafton looking to lead a lap here at Daytona.
And oh, by the way, who is that right behind him?
I believe that's the 51 of Kyle Busch.
And he made a pit stop on that caution flag.
All the way up to potentially second when they cross the start-finish line. It looks as though he's going to hold on to second. Crafton will lead the lap. And so Ron Hornaday has fallen back just a bit. What's going on with him, Ray?
Well, it could be a very long night for that Longhorn Chevrolet. Hornaday came on the radio and said the truck is trying to jump out of gear. They said, well, we'll get you a bungee cord or something. He said, no way. I've got to hold the gear shift steady. So he must be driving with his left hand and holding the gear shift with his right. That's a long night here at Daytona on a 2.5-mile racetrack.
Now, you wonder where Kyle Busch came from? I did. I didn't know how he got there, but check it out.
Yeah,
He's got help from the one truck of Johnny Benson.
And oh, by the way, left of your screen live, he just took the lead.
But you can see right there, Johnny Benson pushing right along, and they get on the back of Matt Crafton, and away they go.
So out in front of this field, it's Kyle Busch. Again, in 2008, he won 21 NASCAR races.
What an incredible season, really a career in 2008 for Kyle Busch. And oh, by the way, look at that 6 truck, third in line on the outside. That was Colin Brown. Remember him running 15th just a few moments ago?
He's back.
You can't ever count out a Roush Fenway truck at Daytona.
And another thing you won't count out, don't count out Todd Bodine. He's down right now, but he definitely isn't out.
Again, Todd Bodine having to serve a pass-through penalty for passing below the yellow line on the restart. And so he will have to work his way back up. But again, we're not going to count him out. Kyle Busch out front of the field.